Or good afternoon, wherever you are in the big wide world. Welcome back to True Feed. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment, and share if you want. It's entirely up to you guys. Look, just a wee kind of video. It's just a wee sort of like a caveat video regarding my recent content. I mean, sometimes in life, guys and ladies and gentlemen, I should say, it's best to make someone cry and tell them the truth than to lie and make them smile. And I refer that statement to my very last video called Lose Your Belief Systems, Live Under Natural Law. Yes, it was a bit combative. Yes, it was a bit intense. Yes, I was a bit animated. But even though I'm not perfect, I never will be, when you're passionate about something and you really want to get the message across to the masses, in my case, the very few, given my reach is very small and limited, that's okay. At least it's something. It's better than nothing. You have to be robust in the way you elucidate it. And I find that that's probably the only way I can elucidate those sorts of videos, and maybe the message will get clear and get into someone's head. If I sugarcoat it and talk with a shit-eating grin and lower my decibels and my volume of my voice box, yeah, probably more people will watch it. And yeah, probably some people will maybe understand it more. But will it really sink in, or will it be water down a duck's back? I personally believe with combative, intense elucidation, it'll sink in more, and therefore maybe plant more seeds and more brains coming into the Great Awakening. Now, I'm a parrot a lot of the time, the stuff I elucidate, but it's stuff I've learned, and it's stuff that's rung home and true to me, and I've researched it, and I feel it to be true. It's not a belief system for me, it's a faith that it's real, because it is real, based on science, RE, natural law, hermeticism, and the way the world's going down the toilet. It's all based on pattern recognition, research, history repeating itself, and in regard to natural law and hermeticism and stuff like that, it's nature science. It's a science. You know, you put your hand on a hot stove, what happens? You get burnt. You jump off a cliff, if we walk off a cliff, what happens? You plummet to your death. Nature has no problems with that. So that's a wee clue in regard to understanding natural law. Everything you do has a cause. Sorry, everything you do has an effect, and your cause is whatever the cause is. You doing whatever you do. You know, and I've had it come back to me many times, and probably still, if I'll be honest with myself, maybe still even might have some coming my way from past stuff, because it doesn't happen straight away like the cartoons, instant karma and all that. That's just chance. Karma works in the aggregate, and everyone over a span of people, because most people are doing the same thing, and it makes it even stronger, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I don't really want to apologise about the last video. I had a couple of drinks too, only about 3 cans of beer. I wasn't intoxicated or inebriated. I was just passionate, and still am, about what I told you about. If you're picking up an anti-police sentiment from me, you're dead right. I am. Because the police are worse than the government. They're the order followers. They're the ones that do stuff that's immoral for a paycheck. They're the ones that if you don't comply to certain laws in the world, they can kill you. It's not me promoting hate or running down the cops. It's true. If you refuse to, it can all blow out of control. If you refuse to give your license, or get out of the car, or give your ID, or refuse to stop driving, and that's just one example. At the end of that moment in time, at the end of the day, they can, and it can escalate to that, they can kill you. It's really simple. That's why they carry guns in most countries. That's why they have shields and helmets. That's why they take people down, because they're working for the order givers who aren't as bad as them. They're bad because they give the order, but the police and the military and the law enforcement agencies, or whatever you want to call them, they do it for a paycheck. And they know deep down in their core psyche that what they're doing is immoral and wrong. And the ones that don't are just brainwashed idiots. But deep down, I'm sure they know that what they're doing is immoral, because no one's ever had the right to do what they're doing from the start. No one's ever had the right to rule over anyone. We're all sovereign. You know, who's ever given? You know, I'm beating my head against the brick wall here, anyway, guys. You know, no one's ever had the right to rule over anyone. You know, the old world order was the king. This new world order is government, and that's a fact. Back in the old days, it was the king. Now it's the government. Every country's got one, and sadly, every country, or most countries, don't fight against them. There's only a few of them and lots of us, guys. There's David Icke and Mark Passio and people like that, who I shouldn't even actually, I'll make a quick apology here, who I shouldn't actually even put myself in the same sentence with, like I did last week, or the other day with Mark Passio. So to watch people like me and Mark Passio, you know, I'm not even in his category. I'm not even in his league. I'm not even in his league of intelligence. Nowhere near it. But I've learned a lot from him, and I've learned a lot from people like him, and other people like David Icke, and all sorts of people that I talk about on this channel. Real brave, clever people who are against the narrative and who talk the truth. And the truth hurts, and no one wants to hear it, and that's a sad thing. But the truth will also set us free, guys. And that's what I'm about, truth and freedom. So if you have a problem with that going forward on this channel, unsubscribe. Otherwise, stay with me and let's explore this world. Let's explore the truth. But above all, let's not lie to ourselves. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.